I'm not gonna sit there and, deny anything because it was there. I've never spoken to anybody else on the internet but her. Did I know she was gonna name it that? No, I didn't. If I would have known she was gonna name it what she named it, I wouldn't have done it, to be honest. Because I'm not the world's worst mom.
You right, me lovers? How's it going? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Massive hypocrite. I said we should really be not talking about this lady. Make her disappear. But here we are because she was called out left, right, and center on Camila's podcast.
I want a bed, 2 mattresses, 2 of them. I want a headboard and 2 nightstands. I'm going to order that before you leave this house today. Please tell me why your children don't have beds.
And Camila is a part of the Bop house. They all do OnlyFans in this house. They are within that type of industry. And Ash and her 2 daughters, one's 15 and one's 12, they actually went to the Bop house, and it was a whole entire thing. Covered it in my last video where, like, what are they doing there? They should not be there. And what has essentially happened is that the podcast has been released where it actually features Ash and her 2 kids. Could have gone about it in a much more censored way. I do think that Camila, she threw punches. She did not let things slide. And the stuff that Ash is saying is extraordinarily bad.
Are jealous because of the life that they have. They don't go to school anymore. They're homeschooled. They can just get up and leave, take a trip. And honestly, I mean, there's reasons why I pulled up a school, because she wasn't talking to certain friends anymore also. Right. And it wasn't because of me.
Ash was laughing about the fact that she buys her kid a Gucci purse or whatever, but she won't buy them a bed. They don't have any friends now. They don't have any friends because what their mum has put on the internet. Because Ash is obviously so jealous of her daughter for hitting 1 million followers. Says, well, you had a Gucci purse at 15, but I had your dad at 15. Bearing in mind, their dad is not here anymore. Atrocious thing to say.
I should have had her pay me, but I didn't, and I didn't realize how in-depth questions were going to be, because if I would have done that, then I would have asked for some payment.
Grab a coffee, grab a snack, grab whatever you want, and let us just get through some bullet points with my notes that I have seen. I'm going to make sure that I'm cropping out her kids because I don't like featuring minors on my channel. They were sat there, and the whole entire time, one of them looked like they were going to cry. The other one it's just embarrassing. They act more mature than their mum does. Camila asked the really big question of, well, are you jealous? Are you jealous of your daughter who has over 1 million followers? And Ash is like, no.
Have there been instances where your mother has expressed feelings of jealousy towards you? And how does that affect your relationship with her?
There's this video going around of my mom being jealous of me when I was little, having a better relationship with my dad than she did.
That's his whole kid. But not you being jealous of a baby girl.
It's not that. It's just
she a daddy's girl. She said he better love me more than he calm down. He was in the he was in there making her. Okay, so he's gonna love her.
This is the one bit that ultra pained me when I first saw this clip of Ash admitting, she admitted in an earlier clip, she would get so jealous of the relationship that her eldest daughter had with their dad that she would yank her hair and treat her badly because she was so jealous. She said this, not speculation. So Camila literally pulls her up on that and says, but this is their dad. Ash is like, no, I'm not jealous. I'm really proud of her. I went out and I bought her a Gucci purse, whatever.
Well, I would have had over 1 million and something
woulda,
followers.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
But then they did that mass unfollowing, and then they took my account. So of course,
you hear
but no,
that?
I am very. No, it does not. I am very proud of her though. Like, I bought her a Gucci purse for her, was it 900K or 800K? Bought her a Gucci purse. Like, what 15-year-old literally?
Not my ass. I had Barbies.
Exactly.
My Barbies didn't even have a Gucci purse.
Exactly. It's like, I'm not jealous of her. I'm blessed to be able to give her the life that I've always wanted as a little girl. You know what? I might have not had a Gucci bag, but I had their dad, okay? At 15, so.
And she then comes out with the infamous line, might not have a Gucci bag when I was 15, but I had your dad. Just an appalling thing to say, not just because, she was 15 when they met and he was older. That alone is bad in itself, but it's the way that she's saying it. Like, well, I had your dad around. Their dad isn't here. The kids do list some things that are positive about about their social media circus, trips and big shopping expenses, basically listing the monetary gain side of things. But that is far from ideal, because then their daughters go on to say that they've actually lost a lot of friends and they had to be pulled out of school because it was really bad for them. And Ash turns around and she says, well, there's nothing I can do about it. I had to pull them out of school, but there's nothing I can do about it. It's not my fault. Not getting the picture that they didn't have a bad time in school until Ash came along and started making a fool out of herself.
People don't like my mom going live, like getting clipped or anything, because I guess they're embarrassed of it for being our friends and stuff.
How does that make you feel?
To be honest, there's nothing I can do about it.
But there is.
I mean, it sucks, yes. But at the end of the day, like, their friends shouldn't be around, because if I'm live, they even know. If I'm live, like, don't come in my room. Don't come in, like, unless I'm live with them and I'm like, hey, we're going to do a live. But even then, they don't like to be on camera.
Okay.
So, you know, it's, and like she said, what they clip is not, it's not in my control.
They even go so far as to say that their eldest daughter would be clipped. So if she came into the room when Ash was live streaming, she'd be clipped, and adults, full-grown adults, would literally be making fun of this girl. And as a result of this and everything else, they say later on, and they have bad confidence within themselves because of what is going on. Ash also goes on to say your ex-friends or whatever were just jealous because, you know, you get to go on trips and you are homeschooled.
Are jealous because of the life that they have. They don't go to school anymore. They're homeschooled. There's reasons why I pulled out of school, because she wasn't talking to certain friends anymore also. Right. And it wasn't because of me.
Which, by the way, if anyone catches Ash's lives, which are exclusively at night, during the day she doesn't wake up until way late. Her kids are usually wandering around before she's even awake. I don't understand where the homeschooling is coming on, unless it's online learning. But let's be real, you still need parental supervision, especially when you're 12 and 15. If I was just told, hey, homeschooling, do this online stuff, I wouldn't be doing it, because I'd be distracted by so many different things. We all know that Ash is not actually homeschooling her children. Also severely exploits the kids and has exploited the kids. And she's like, no, I've never given away private information. And the kids clock her on this by saying, actually, no, the youngest one. And it was so sad, was it? She like, I was really sick and you said, send me a galaxy and I'll tell my daughter's health information. How messed up is this?
When they're around, I don't film them.
But have you done that in the past? Have you taken a situation and used it for views regarding the kids? Would you feel like maybe she has done that ever?
You've taken her when she was sick and you're begging for money.
When?
You said send the galaxy to know about my baby girl's health when I was in the hospital.
Oh, that's because, that was like a while ago. But you weren't even in the hospital.
Yeah, but I still didn't like that.
But we've already.
But you wanted my information out for a galaxy. They could send you a galaxy.
I didn't know this. She actually got fired from her dental office because she was on live and her nip slipped out when she was on live with Santos, who, by the way, is 19 years old. She's now dating someone else, or she was dating someone else, and they were going to get married and all of this, a 23-year-old. But he's calling the whole thing off.
Because
but 23 is okay.
Literally, you're over 21. Yeah, you're okay. We can go to the bar and you can buy me a drink. At my wedding, we can have an open bar and I ain't got to worry about you going to jail or me going to jail for drinking underage. Yes.
Okay. To each their own.
Literally.
I could never.
Also clarify that no, they do not have beds. And Camilla's gone out and she says, I will literally buy them beds. I will buy you dresses, nightstands, doing this for you. And the stuff that Ash has to say in response to her kids getting excited because they were able to sleep in a bed is absolutely atrocious. And the thing is that Camila, she then went back. She was live streaming, stating that Ash still has not reached out to her and sent her the beds and sent her exactly what they want. Some people are like, well, yeah, but how come she doesn't just buy it? It's like, well, how is she supposed to know what beds, what the size is? Like, she's not supposed to know that. Ash never got into contact.
She was not paid. Is that true? No, I did not pay Ashley Trevino to be on my podcast, because why would I do that? I paid for everything else. I literally paid for everything for her to be here. I paid for everything. So no, I'm not gonna pay her to be on the podcast. Are you actually gonna get her kids' beds? Yes, I literally am. Like, just
explain that you're not just gonna send money for.
Yeah, okay.
She's
I'm
gonna
not
spend it on other shit.
Bro,
So you
why
have to
would I
wait to
send
buy the beds directly?
Exactly. I'm not gonna send her money. Because if I send her money, she's just gonna go get her nails done and these goofy ass extensions done. So I'm going to buy it and have it shipped to her house. So she has no excuse on why it didn't, or did it get there, did it not? Like, no, I'm going to literally purchase a bed, a mattress, nightstands, whatever that they need for a room, and that's that.
Bear this in mind, she does also come on and she says that most that she has made in one night was $12,000 in 2.5 hours. That's the most she's ever made. You could buy so many beds with that. But it's literally taking, a 23-year-old, I think that's how old Camila is, taking a 23-year-old from the Bop house to literally intervene and tell Ash that she is not a good mum. I'm not discrediting, saying like, oh, she can't know anything because she's in the Bop house and she's 23. That's not it. But I'm talking about someone who is in this stage of their life compared to someone who has 2 kids and is 36 and has not got their act together. It's taking someone who is not even a parent themselves, is not even in that general vicinity of wanting that. She says this for her to go, actually, Ash, you're not a good mum.
And her kids still don't have a bed. So what's that funny? Yeah, that's funny. Nothing's that funny when your kids don't have a damn bed. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, that's why they're enjoying the hotel bed. I'm just kidding.
That I paid for?
I'm just kidding.
How is the hotel bed, you guys? Is it good, wonderful? You like having a nightstand?
Yeah, it's comfy.
No bed bugs?
No bed bugs.
The title of the video is quite literally the worst mum on the internet or whatever. And Ash just laughs at all this. She finds it really entertaining. I don't even think it's nervous laughing. I generally think that she thinks that this is hilarious. Her excuses is like, oh yeah, no, I can't leave the house, so like she can't go out and buy it and do whatever. There's a load of excuses with that. She says that, she can't go outside without security because people will recognize her. Well, think how your kids feel, because they literally came on and they said that they would much rather go back to their old lives and have more confidence and be quote unquote nobodies than have this media circus that is going on all because of their mum, who cannot seem to understand that this is all her fault. And she plays the victim, and a lot of people were right in my comment section, she does play the victim of, oh, I was a young mum. I was 19 when I was pregnant with my first, and then my second I was 22. My whole point is that I, not for 1 minute have I ever stood up and gone like, oh, I'm a young mum, Like, I haven't used that as an excuse to go off the rails and make harsh choices. I grew up too quickly. Me and their dad, we haven't been together for like 3 or 4 years, and I had to pull myself up by the bootstraps and be like, what the hell am I doing? And it was a really difficult time, but still got there, and I'm still getting there. What I'm trying to say is that you can't use that as an excuse because you have children. She said it so many times that she is kind of reliving what she missed. I just think it's pure selfishness. Decided to have a child. You need to own it and be a good parent. Young mums can still be as successful and whatever career-wise and everything as a mum who decides to have kids later on. People like this who are just like using it as a flag to get away and do whatever they want now their kids are a little bit older. And I'm like, no, you made that commitment, you stick to that commitment.
I think she was fair to me. In reality, no, but like I said, it is what it is, I sat there and I told y'all it was going to be raw. Then one thing y'all also have to remember is Camila is a young girl too. She's literally younger than Max, I believe. So I think she's like 22. So again, it wasn't somebody older that was doing the interview. So she is younger and she doesn't have kids.
Okay, and then there was another bit with this guy called Max who actually appeared on my FYP. Pretty sure this is actually him. I was really shocked because I didn't think it was at first, but it was. And so the plot keeps on thickening up. He was one of Ash's biggest givers, donators, what do you call them? Gifters, that's it, on their TikTok battles. He came out and he basically said, like, yeah, I want absolutely nothing to do with this.
All right, guys, so I'm sure you all saw the podcast today with Camila and Ash. Lots of eyes, lots of eyes. I told Ash when I first started talking to her that that's not what I liked, not what I want. Too many eyes on me. I'm just not comfortable with it. I should have listened to you guys in the beginning whenever we said, don't get involved, don't get involved. I think I shouldn't have done it. I should have listened to you guys. You guys gave me the Trevino effect or whatever you guys call it. Should have listened. Oh, damn. But I just told her, I called her today, told her that I'm over, it's over, I can't do it anymore. It's too much, too fast, way too much for me. And I never intended to make anybody mad or whatever, but like opening TikTok and scrolling and seeing pictures of me, pictures of my family, is just too much. I really, really could not do all this. So, again, I apologize if I hurt anybody's feelings, if I made anybody mad. I try every day to work to be a better person.
They actually got him on a FaceTime or whatever it was, and he said, yeah, we're going to get married. And whatever the case may be. Her daughters were sat there looking so uncomfortable by this, but they have been put through hell and back with the fact that their own dad died, and then they then had to make the acquaintance of her, like, past boyfriend who was in prison, and then the guy who she's with right now who's really nasty, who's in prison, who she's trying to divorce, but then she's also talking about getting married to this like 23-year-old.
I haven't even met her children yet, who, by the way, don't have bedside tables and or beds, and you're her top gifter, so I think you should probably buy her kids, take her kids on a shopping spree or something.
You literally said you were going to do that.
Well, that's the thing. Once we're married, we could do that. I know, Camila, I thought you could do it.
I'll take on that role, but
Okay, we'll take on until I get there in Miami.
are you using Ash for her money?
Am I using her for her money?
Are her kids happy about her parading around with 19 to 23-year-olds? No, they're heavily embarrassed. They want it to go away. Ash is just not, she's not going to piece two and two together. And this is the reason why I don't even think it's a stretch of the imagination to say that she's the worst mum. I don't know about the worst mums, but she's up there in the ranking. I think there's quite a few of them over on TikTok at the minute who are not particularly brilliant. But she really does take the cake because fundamentally she's a very selfish human being. And when you're that selfish, you have absolutely no business dragging kids into your mess. I went into watching this podcast really resenting the idea that they were bringing the kids onto it. And I do think that they could have done it in a different way, maybe censored them or done something. Camilla, when she was asking Ash the more seedier questions, she asked the kids to leave, which I do think was a really good thing. I think ultimately this has given their kids a voice to be able to actually tell everyone what it's like, and say that they don't like it, so that there's absolutely zero confusion on whether or not her kids are enjoying this life or not. We now know, we've heard it from their own mouths, that it's not. Should they be appearing at the Bop House? Absolutely not. Said this. Should they be being interviewed when they're, underage, when they're minors? No, their mum's there. Their mum's obviously consented to it because they can't give informed consent. And but in a way, and I never thought I would actually say this because I am so avid having kids shown online, I do think that it has given her kids a chance to actually tell people, and hopefully that will drive down the amount of people that gift Ash and give her this notoriety and this clout that she is so desperately seeking. Do you think that something good will come out of this? And to be honest with you, Camilla, I thought she did a really good job of clocking what Ash was saying. She's trying to extend the help. I didn't think it would go quite like that, and I do think that actually the way that she handled it, she was way more mature than Ash could even dream of, and the way that she was talking to the girls and the respect that she gave them, and she was trying to give them advice on, handling fame online. And I do think that's a nice thing to do, even though I wish the circumstances were different, obviously.
I could not let her sit here and talk crazy because it's just not true. I'm still, hello, clip this. Ashley, I'm still waiting for your kids to send me what they want. If you want to send me a text about that instead of talking about me on live, because I was nothing but respectful. I was nothing but kind. And I didn't even start anything with you because But honestly, you're so predictable that I could have guessed this would happen. And yeah, I didn't portray you to be bad. I still don't think you're a horrible human being. I just think you got to learn when to just. These are incredible though. Like, shout out to you. Yeah. Shout out to you, girl. Y'all are literally so cute. I think y'all are incredible. Like, absolutely incredible. Congrats on 1.1 mil, baby girl. Congrats. Congrats.
Would be happy if Ash Trevino would just get off my FYP, but now because this interview's come out, it's literally all over there again, and I just managed to get rid of her, but now she's back. But anyway, I hope that this video made sense. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry about the tractor noises that are going around here. They've now stopped now that I'm like at the end of my video, but I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.